Okay, so previously we have completed this update user servlet, and respective of update user servlet, we have created some JSP pages, right? So that should be right, update user. Let's come to, and here we have our edit users JSP that we actually did. And here we actually do the data binding, all the logic. So and now today we will see right deletion of user. So we have let's create a delete user sublet. I already created this class, and now what we are going to do, we are going to extend this HTTP sublet class to make sure that this class is using the sublet service. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we are going to annotate this with web servlet. So what this web servlet annotation is, right? So let's say the servlet. And need to import the servlet class. Okay, so basically this web servlet, right? So this annotation basically indicates that the servlet is mapped to the URL pattern or not. Okay, so whatever we are giving here, some URL, right? Here, if I say, right, delete. So this is a URL, right? So basically what we are going to do, we are going to write map this to URL, right? Whenever like we are going to access this URL, it will actually, the servlet will do get method. Okay. After like, if it is like access, right? This URL, if this URL is called somewhere, so this URL will perform the get method that will execute. Okay. And here within this servlet class, so let's say override or implement method. So here we need this to post. So do post. So this is deleting, right? First it will get the ID. So here in case we will say we will do get method. And now what we are going to do. Uh, Next, we are going to write declare our, so basically we are going to uh, retrieve our data using the ID, right? So let's say mm, uh, int ID, and we are going to convert this ID to the integer percent. Okay, so let's say percent, and here we are going to request our parameter as ID. Okay, so let's request. So this request is coming from HTTP servlet request. Okay. Request dot get parameter. Okay. Get- And here we need to pass our ID that we are going to get. And after this, we are going to call our connection. We are going to create an instance of our like user DAO, and there we are going to pass our connection that we are going to call our connection. and say db util get connection. Now, after this, like we are going to initialize an HTTP session, right? Object to manage session data. Okay. So before session, right? So we are going to declare a boolean if where we are going to write. So here we are going to write pass our delete user and the delete user by ID. Okay. The boolean if delete user and ID. So basically this ID was fetching from here, right? So first it is going to get this ID parameter and after that it will going to delete by ID. That we already right give the logic in our user DAO class, right? Now we are going to write perform if else loop to check that this if the ID is really successfully deleted, then we will throw some respond, and if it is not, we will still throw some respond, okay, to the user. Before that, we are going to create a HTTP session. Okay, and session need to import. So let's import request session. And like using session, we can set our like attribute also, that success and delete attribute. Let's say, okay, and so we are going to pass our f, right? So we are going to pass our f2 as a condition. Okay. If like it is present, so it will perform something, right? So this if actually whenever it comes to f, right, before checking it, it actually all work doing here. Okay, user delete user details. So if I come to delete user details, right, in DAO layer, user DAO. So here I already checked my, right. We are going to checking everything. So here it is like if ID is present there, uh, then it will execute it. Okay. Like if ID is present there, so like here it is one, right? So ID one. So if it is one, right, that's when it is present there. Okay. So it will execute the whole program, right? It will delete that ID, like delete that data by that ID. Okay. And if it is not, it will throw some exception message. Okay. So well, now let's say session. So session, we are going to set our attribute. Set text string, give the string name. Yes, and give some message that user, say user data is deleted successfully. And after that we will redirect to the main page. Okay, so main page, what we have as a main page, so we have this list user that is already right coming at first, right? That we have all the user details listed, and in that list we can edit, delete, anything we can do. So this is our main page. We can redirect our user to here. Okay, this list. So let's say respond, and we are going to redirect our, if it is like successfully deleted the user, it will redirect to the main page. Okay, so let's say send direct, and we will pass our JSP page over here. List user JSP, right? And make sure that it will come inside double quote. So it is error. So an error message. Okay. And same way, it will redirect me to the list user JSP page. And say after doing the servlet class, right? So next come to the list user JSP. So now let's say delete. So this delete is like coming from web servlet. Okay, that annotation. And it will perform this delete by the ID, and we are going to get the ID over here. Okay. And if you already know, right, this is already done in previous session. So we already like call our DAO layer, getting the connection, and we are going to create a empty list, and inside that empty list we are going to get all the user from users. Okay, and after that and that list we are going to pass over, and we are going to iterate this list over here. So now it is quite okay. So nothing. Let ID, and that's all. Let's see if it is doing the delete or not. User list. So this data is already we stored, right? So let's check add user, and here say admin, submit this, and user details submit success. So we can do one thing. If it is added successfully, it will redirect me to the list user JS. So come to edit, add, right? We are going. then create user JSP, and before that we are going to say create user sublet, and here, so if it is successfully like will redirect me to the user list, list users. And if some error happens, so it will redirect me to again in create user JSP. So let's see. Okay, that's good. So as well as we can edit our thing, edit our previous data, and as well as we can delete it if something went wrong. So let's see. So, oh, let's see if I want to delete this. So, is it deleted? Link user by so let's see what error it is showing me. Yes. I think it is not taking, right? So let's say, let's say delete. It is coming, right? Highlighting the delete. So let's check it. Delete type happen. delete error is showing. Where it is happen. Say you delete user by ID. Say delete. Okay, so as you can see, right, I have done a mistake. Instead of from, like I say, F4 will be from. So if there any problem, like every time if something happen, right, if there no error showing, you have to right recheck your code flow, right? How your code is like, what is your code flow, right? First, what are the layer you are checking, right? At least you check it. Let's try it this time. If it is and say right delete this my ID. So user details delete success. That's good. Okay, so everyone got this right? Anyone having any issue related to this module, delete module? So why we are not right created any delete JSP, right? We don't need that delete JSP because we don't like we are not doing any insertion or any updatation, right? So we don't need any other page for delete. So what we are doing, we are just creating a button, okay, and there we are passing our like delete. Okay. So we are referring this to our where this to web servlet, right? Because like that web servlet annotation what that actually basically what that do. So basically, I already told that this annotation indicates that the servlet is mapped to the URL pattern that is delete, right? Like when this URL is accessed, the servlet get this method will execute. Okay, whenever this URL falls. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So like I want to tell you, right? So if you want, right, I use here like very less field, right? I use only three attribute I already use, right? So you can do as many attributes you can write in form. Like I have ID. ID is a primary key that it need to be there. So username and email, as well as you can say phone number, date, like whatever you need, username, right? So like address, whatever field you need, you can add, as well as you need to like create the constructor of those entity, right? So getter setter methods going to add respectively, and like that we changes need to be done in some other place if you need to write add some other fields, and that's it. If anyone having any doubt or any question related to this project, you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ask.
Yes, sir. When do we use do get and do post method?
To get and do post method when it is needed, right? So basically what you think, right? So what post method will do, right? What is the meaning of post? You are
Yes,
sending
yes,
any data, right? So think like this, right? So you are sending any card, right? You are posting, so you are going to like in some post office, so there from there you are posting a card to your relative or friend or whoever, like you are posting, right? You are posting the
yes,
data
sir.
to the database, right? So whenever
Yeah,
user
yeah.
actually creating, right, whenever user actually passing some data inside that form, right, whatever form we are
Okay.
creating. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
user need to fill that form, right? So that details, whatever user giving, so that details need to be stored somewhere, right? So we need to post that data to somewhere. So that
Okay,
is
sir.
we are posting the data to the database, right? So that what
Yeah.
post method will do. Okay,
Yes, sir.
posting
Got
the
it, sir.
data to the database, and next method, what you were saying, right? Post and
Do get, sir.
do get do get
Yes,
is
sir.
like do get, and same way, right? We are getting something. Just clear your mind, like what is the meaning of get? We are not
Yes.
giving anything to other, we are getting something from
Yes, sir.
anyone, right? So
Only we are
think of it
fetching,
here
right, sir?
like there is a
Yes.
database and there is some data inside the database we are retrieving, right? We are getting the data from the database. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's what for get method. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and there are a lot of method you will come to know. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
here in case like in some other case for updatation we use put method. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So that's it. Like, have you gone through this code? Right? Have you done anything? Right? Go through this code. At least I want everyone like do one card application. Okay, using Maven. Do one card application, right? Create, delete, update, and like those are the thing in card application. You already know. So do one card application, okay, and show me, right? If you are having any problem, if you don't do it by yourself, like you don't get it right. What is the flow of the data, right? So
Yes, sir. I'm doing, sir.
okay, yeah, that's good. If you do it by your hand, okay, so that will be very much understanding for you, like how it actually works. So this is for everyone, right? Do the thing. If you face any issue, any problem, you can simply like uh, uh, give me a text or anything. Okay, I will guide you. Yeah, so that's the module for today, right? So it is a very small module. So yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone, right? So I'm right stopping this.